closer look at these two top contenders.
Two explosive young Muay Thai stars clash in a top-of-the-bill bantamweight Muay Thai showdown. Number 1 ranked Samapet Fairtex takes on 3rd ranked Kulabdam Saja Piekutai, with the winner in line for a shot at the longtime bantamweight Muay Thai king, Nongo Gayon Padao.
ถ้าถึงวันต่อยจริงๆก็ถ้ามาแลกกันก็สนุกครับใครพลาดก็ร่วงครับมีสิทธิ์ร่วงทั้งคู่ครับไม่ครบยกครับคู่นี้ครับ
Left hand, there's the cross and a downward elbow gets the knockdown.
Samapet wears down his opponents with his mean kicks and punches, while Kulabdam is always looking to land his power left cross. Add Muay Thai in MMA gloves, and this bout is going full blast.
Well, it's going to be a great main event between two top contenders in the bantamweight division. Rich, what does Kulabdam need to do to be successful here tonight?
Kulabdam's known for his aggression, so he's going to have to come forward and really pressure Samapet, not allowing him to actually counter-strike the way that he does.
Well, how does Samapet counter that aggressiveness?
Well, Samapet does a great job with his footwork, so he's going to have to angle off and do the best he can to put Kulabdam on that back foot.
You don't want to miss this main event. Let's go to Michael Cervello for the next matchup.
Thanks, guys, and coming up next, it should be an absolute cracker. It's China versus India as Xu Wei takes on Kantharaj Agasa. Global rule set for this one, the bout will be judged in its entirety and not round by round. Knees to the head of a grounded opponent are legal, but you cannot strike to the back of an opponent's head. Let's take a closer look now at China's next star, Xu Wei, a knockout artist against a tough Indian opponent. He's got dynamite in his hand.
Xie Wei, considered China's next mixed martial arts star, is a dynamic 24-year-old returning to the circle tonight, determined to climb the flyweight division ladder.
It's insane! It's insanity! It's going bananas!
But in his way in the stacked division is the Indian wrestling star, Kantharaj Agasa. With his base in kickboxing, Xie Wei uses powerful strikes to initiate attacks and finish his opponents. The results are conclusive. He's knocked out 6 of his last 7 opponents before tonight's bout against Agasa.
Representing China, the hunter, Xie Wei.
We're about to find out what happens when a traditional Indian wrestler and judoka takes on a Shaolin-trained kickboxer. When a submission specialist takes on a knockout artist. This one is going to be interesting because this man knows how to finish opponents.
Yeah, Xie Wei went 5-0 in 2019 for reasons just like this. He had 5 straight knockouts and he was so aggressive. And once he has you hurt, he has incredible finishing instincts and they turn on immediately. Here he is coming off of another big win against Chan Rotana, his last time out. And I just like the way he puts combinations together. And he's going to have to utilize that punching skill here tonight because he does not want to get to the ground with Kantharaj.
We're under our global rule set for this one. The bout will be judged in its entirety, not round by round. Xie Wei was the standout from One Hero Series back in 2019 with 5 finishes. And who will ever forget the way he pushed Danny Kingad very close in the main roster debut, a huge step up in competition, and really Xie Wei rose to the occasion. Did not let the loss get him down. Started martial arts in school, moved to Henan's world-famous Shaolin Temple when he was aged 14, spent 4 years there. And we're going to see one of those questions you always sort of ask, don't you? And especially when you're growing up and the wonderment of martial arts. What would happen if a Shaolin-trained guy took on like a wrestler or a judoka? We're going to find out right now, Dragon. And that's pretty cool.
Referee Representing India, Kantaraj Agasa Karnataka.
Kantharaj Agasa, one of the brightest emerging talents in Indian mixed martial arts, had an amazing 9-0 start to his career, and it was against good opposition. He wasn't fed any tomato cans. He didn't get his record padded. He earned his stripes to be here on the big stage. Brings in an 11-2 record, 5 first-round finishes, over 150 wrestling matches, second-degree judo black belt. He's got all the tools, Mitch, but it's a pressure cooker when you're in one championship.
Michael, this guy he grew up. He was basically born into a wrestling family, and he was surrounded by this environment. He later on went to go study judo and just absolutely fell in love with just that art of judo. And you really see it in his game. He's got such top-heavy pressure, and he's got beautiful throws and takedowns, but he's also got lightning-fast submissions, and he's willing to take an arm or your neck at a moment's notice. He is really exciting. And you said he's faced tough opposition. He actually has 2 victories over Roshan Mainov, who has been making huge waves here in one championship. So this guy is making a serious debut.
I spoke about the pressure cooker, the cauldron of being on the biggest martial arts promotion on the planet, one championship for the first time, but also his first time competing outside of India or the Middle East. Does that add even more pressure? The travel, going to a foreign country you've never been to before, and having to perform on the big stage.
You know, I asked him about that. I was like, this is the first time you're competing away from your home country. You're not going to have the support. You're not going to have your family, and everything's going to be different. And he's like, Mitch, I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to show you guys my skills. He was pumped.
It's a mixed martial arts contest set for 3x5 at flyweight. It's India versus China, a wrestler versus a Shaolin trained striker.
And now, this match is 3 rounds of 5 minutes in a 1 flyweight mixed martial arts contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he stands at 170 centimeters tall, holding a mixed martial arts record of 12 wins and 3 losses. Training out of Sunken International Fight Club, representing China.
Tanaw yung laban.
Is the Hunter, Xie
Nayang laban niya, ang nakuha.
Stands at 165 centimeters tall, holding a mixed martial arts record of 11 wins and 2 losses. Training out of Indian
Dati siya nga wrestler.
Academy, representing India.
Dati siyang wrestler.
Ready for
Oh. Oh, dati nga wrestler.
And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Mohammed Sulaiman.
Come athletes to
Nawa.
the center, please. Both of you
Nawang lawas, oh.
keep it clean, keep it active. Obey my instruction at all time. Touch glove, back to your corner.
Final instructions from Mohammed
Parehas ang
Sulaiman.
nagtimbang.
I'm on the edge of my seat for this one. It's
Parehas
matches
ang
like this
nagtimbang.
that got me and most of all of us interested in mixed martial arts. The fact that the sport was built to compare style versus style. Which style of martial art was superior to another style of martial art? And here you have 2 completely contrasting styles. An Indian wrestler against a Chinese Shaolin Temple trained kickboxer. That's pretty awesome, Mitch.
It is, and speaking to Xie Wei about his Shaolin experience, he says it was the toughest thing he's ever been through. But he's got to stop moments just like that. Beautiful job digging the underhooks to stop Agasa's first attempt at a takedown.
I mean, Mitch, when you grew up watching Jackie Chan films like I did with my dad, you watch movies
Dapo
like
naglawas
Shaolin
na
Buddha
gano'n.
Men, and you see the Shaolin training. And now to see a Shaolin trained guy here at one championship doing so well, it's awesome.
He's doing very well so far to stop these takedowns, but you can see Agasa's got a deep single leg. He's doing a good job of stuffing that head down. I like the way he's attacking that head, not allowing Agasa to chain into another takedown. Beautiful job to dig the underhook and pull Agasa up.
Agasa's going to have some trouble with landing these takedowns. That shot was from far away. He did a great job of actually trying to finish that single leg there. Xie Wei did a great job of defending that and earning the takedown right there. But yeah, he's going to have trouble as he's shooting in because shooting from a distance.
But the thing about Agasa is he's got so many tools at his disposal. He can put takedowns together relentlessly to continually attack them because of his wrestling background coupled with his judo background. But Xie Wei is going to have to defend these things all night long because Agasa is relentless in his takedown attempts.
Yeah, I would caution, if I was in his corner, I would caution Agasa on these takedown attempts and making sure he's just not blowing too much energy on each of these attempts here because Xie Wei's doing a good job of defending them. He earned that takedown before with the hip toss, but then, only stayed on the ground for a second or two until Xie Wei was back to his feet.
But when you get used to grappling your entire life, you get very energy economic when you go for these takedown attempts. And it's actually sometimes more strenuous to defend those takedowns and forced to grapple when you're not used to it.
100%. Rich, do these takedowns from Agasa score for him if Xie Wei manages to bounce back to his feet straight after them?
Okay, so the way that I score a takedown on my scorecard is that right here, he's hitting this takedown now. If he actually gets this takedown to the ground, let's say Xie Wei hits his hip, and he's scooting across the ground. Agasa actually has to finish the takedown and secure a position. Even if it's guard, a neutral position, he has to secure the position. If they're still kind of somewhat in a scramble on the ground and Xie Wei's able to get back up, then it wasn't an earned takedown.
Overhook on the right arm here from Xie Wei. Past the halfway point of the opening round. Low single here from Agasa, the Indian wrestler.
See, in a takedown attempt like this, Agasa is carrying Xie Wei's weight.
Some strikes getting off now from Xie Wei. Hooking punches. Agasa out of dodge. Looks towards his corner. Some panic there from Agasa.
Yeah, he immediately got out of that corner because you could see it. Xie Wei, those finishing instincts that I spoke about at the open, man, when he gets you hurt, he jumps all over you. And the minute he had a target open to him, he started to let go of those shots.
Xie Wei does have 6 in the last 6 knockouts. 100% finishing rate.
You can see Agasa's taking some big, deep breaths. And Xie Wei is coming forward with that left hand cocked and loaded.
They call Xie Wei the hunter. You can see him stalking his prey at the moment. High left roundhouse kick there from there. Shaolin trained kickboxer.
I'll tell you what, Michael, I would actually like to look at the Shaolin curriculum for takedown defense because apparently they do a good job in the kickboxing camps.
Will drop down for a low single, couldn't get it there. Short knees from Xie Wei, sprawls out nicely, the Chinese athlete. Wrist control here from Agasa. What's he looking to do with the wrist there, Rich?
Well, if he's able to hold on to the wrist, it keeps Xie Wei from being able to tee off on him. But the one thing that left him open there was Xie Wei was able to still land the knee there, so he was just using it to get back up.
Xie Wei avoiding the takedowns. Glances towards the big screen here in the stadium to see how much time is left. 40 seconds on the clock. Oh, nice little palm heel strike there from Xie Wei. Don't see those too often. Rich, something else you don't see. Is it permitted to use a shuto strike, a knife hand strike?
It is permitted. Obviously, the most effective place to use that would be into the throat, but that's an illegal strike.
Side of the neck, though?
Yeah, you could, absolutely. To the body, to the head.
Oh, beautifully done there from Xie Wei. The punch, the kick. Well, certainly the first part of the round was Agasa. Second part of the round, Xie Wei. Crossing elbow right on the bell from the Chinese kickboxer.
Yeah, Agasa doesn't quite have the same pop to his takedown attempts in that latter part of the first 5 minutes. You can see why. He was just going after these takedown attempts with everything that he had. And Xie Wei was just putting a stop to that. And that's what we were talking about. Once he gets you hurt, he starts to jump all over you. Agasa had to go running for the hills in that one. Because Xie Wei is doing a great job of stopping these takedown defense and doing everything right. Digging for the underhooks and pushing the head down.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Michael, Agasa came out at the beginning of the round, earned the takedown, a little bit of control on the ground there. But Xiawei, once he was able to get back to his feet, and he had defended a takedown prior to that, he's done a great job of defending the takedown, predicting where this fight is going to go, keeping it standing, landing some effective punches. So I actually, after 5 minutes of action, have him with a pretty decent margin at this point in time.
Okay.
How much does the takedown defense factor into it?
A takedown is worth more than a takedown defense because you have to realize that the person is attempting a takedown, they're putting the match where they want it to be. If you're able to defend the takedown, I'm going to score you on that, but not as much as I would if you were actually attempting a takedown and succeeded.
Big telegraphed overhand right to open the round from Agasa. Outside thigh kick just above the lead knee from Xiawei. Xiawei pressing Agasa to the outside, forcing the Indian to drift into the power side of Xiawei, which could be dangerous. Got to go counterclockwise, which is where he goes right now.
But then you can see Xiawei changes stances.
Yep.
So whatever way that Agasa starts to drift to, that's when Xiawei changes his stance to match it. So he's going to force him right up against that wall and look for his openings.
Again, another spoiled takedown attempt there.
Agasa's going to have to figure out how he can set those takedowns up, because whether it's with his punches or head feints or something with control on the inside, and start chain wrestling a little better, because these shots that he's taking from a distance, he's not going to end up landing the takedown.
Turning back kick from Xiawei. Measures with the lead hand, cracks with the left leg. Nicely done from Xiawei. That was a beautiful kickboxing technique.
It's usually easier for a grappler to initiate a takedown when your opponent comes forward, especially when they start letting go with the hands. But Xiawei's not giving him that opportunity. His footwork is putting him in very good positions to let go of the strikes, but then not be there for the possible takedown.
Yeah, this is a great point, Mitch, because it's not like I should restate what I said. It's not as if Agasa's taking bad shots as much as Xiawei is just forcing him to commit to these bigger shots because of his footwork.
Body shot there from Xiawei, belly button through the back, still controlling center circle, really forcing him.
I want to see more body shots landed by Xiawei. That right kick lands to the body.
There's the right kick to the leg, Mitch, you called it. Front kick up high, didn't target. Drifts off to his left again, Agasa.
The thing about Xiawei is he throws most of his strikes to the head. He's a knockout artist. He's always trying to go for the finish. But I'd like to see him start touching up the legs and the body just to slowly start to wear down your opponent, and then the head will open up.
Muluhod mo na yun.
Good round so far for Xiawei. Right hand lead there, stepped off line to his left. That was a half front kick, half side kick off the lead leg from Xiawei. No striking in retaliation though from Agasa. Just waiting for an opportunity as there to hunt for a takedown, but not getting it. Xiawei far too evasive. Continues to come forward on the inside. He likes to throw the elbows to Xiawei.
You can see as they break, Xiawei just right away starts moving forward and pushing him right back against the edge of the circle there. It's just he's constantly in his face. Agasa has no time to actually back up and figure out how he wants to change his game plan. You can see him cutting off the ring and moving forward the whole time Xiawei is.
Sabi ko, gimuo niyang lata na yung kalaban. Siya yata mahimog lata eh.
Shoots in again for a single leg. Defense once more from Xiawei. It's going to be frustrating now, Rich, for Agasa.
It is, and that was another shot from distance without any kind of real setup to it. No head feint. No. Now this is exactly what Mitch was talking about before. Xiawei was moving forward on that one. Agasa was able to get in deeper and almost earn the takedown, and this is exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the round. I would not score that as a takedown on my card because he didn't actually secure any kind of position.
Mitch, you feel that after the first 45 seconds of the first round where there were takedowns from Agasa, that Xiawei has gotten his number. He's worked him out.
He keeps threatening with the same takedown. It's that same single leg now. He's not really putting things together. Like here, he's not transitioning to the other leg. He's not trying to get double underhooks. He's not going for head and arm throws. He's just basically attempting that single leg over and over again. But what he's lacking is he's lacking the setups for these takedowns. I would love to see him put a few punches in front of that takedown attempt just to get Xiawei's hands to come up. Because now you can see how Xiawei carries his hands low in his guard, so he's able to defend those takedowns easier.
Let's go.
Break from referee Mohammed Sulaiman. Under 30 seconds remains. Second round of 3. It's been a good 5 minutes almost here from Siu Wei. Lunges with that right hand. He really powered up on that. There's the overhand elbow. Siu Wei hunting for a finish with the strikes.
As soon as he shoots, his hands immediately come down to stop the takedown. He starts pushing the head, and he's got great balance. He says he spent hours on the mat working on that takedown defense.
Did you see that flying knee towards the end there? A little bit of Cirque du Soleil from Siu Wei.
Agasa is cut too.
This contest for your winner by way of technical knockout, Siu
It is back-to-back wins for the first time since 2019 for Siu Wei. The win over Chan Ratana last time in December last year, and the win tonight over Kamtaraj Agasa of India. Here's with Mitch.
Siu Wei, wow, what a performance. You told me earlier this week that you focused on your wrestling defense. Well, boy, was that on show. That had to be part of the game plan going into this one.
这位选手，好棒的一个表现。你对 Mitch 说过，在你的准备中已经做了很多防摔技术，这是不是你的计划进来这个比赛？
对，是的，因为我研究过对手，我们的团队也一直在研究他，然后帮我备战。感谢我的俱乐部制定良好的备战计划，然后感谢青岛新疆搏击俱乐部，感谢我的教练。
Yes, that was exactly my plan going in. My team and I have studied him very intensely, and we knew everything he was going to do. So thank you to my team, thank you to my gym, my teammates, everybody.
Well, it looked like you caught him on the side of the head with that flying knee when you took flight there at the end of the match. Did you feel the connection of that flying knee? Let's take a look and talk me through it.
你在比赛的终结时候打中了一个飞膝，你觉不觉得你有击中你的对手？
在飞膝的时候，我感觉有击中，因为我的膝盖有点疼，但我没想到，然后有这个方式终结比赛。
He did feel his knee connect. He knows because his knee kind of hurts right now, but he didn't expect the match to end this way.
Well, Siu Wei, you are just going from strength to strength here in One Championship, and I can't wait to see you back inside the circle. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Siu Wei.
He is impressive indeed, and he continues a very high